Sexual images are everywhere, so trying to control our children's exposure to suggestive content has become an enormous challenge. It's also made knowing how and when to have the talk all the more imperative. Child development experts like author and educator Michelle Borba say that parents often wait too long before bringing the subject up.
I think the best age to start, you're going to go, oh my gosh, is around the age of 2 and 3. And you're not giving them the old sex talk. What you do is you actually start with just talking about body parts and use natural parts from that's a penis and that's a vagina.
Getting comfortable talking about the basics will make it easier for the more complicated discussions that tend to happen around the time of puberty.
I see it as more of a gentle, continuous flow of information.
One way is to use everyday opportunities to introduce difficult topics in small teachable moments rather than forcing your child into a more formal lecture.
So, for example, a 7 or 8-year-old child, his best friend's mom is pregnant. The parent could then say, well, you see, so-and-so's mom, her tummy is getting bigger. Do you know why it's getting bigger? Well, it's because she's carrying a baby in there. Do you know how the baby got in there? And then let the conversation sort of flow from there.
Nurturing an environment where your child feels comfortable talking to you about their concerns is vital. This is especially important if puberty arrives early. The earliest signs of puberty may be physical, but it's the level of your child's emotional maturity that must always be taken into account. Take, for example, the challenges of a girl getting her menstrual cycle for the first time.
Which is a very emotionally traumatic issue, especially at an early age. It's hard to deal with the hygiene issues.
So a visit with an appropriate healthcare provider to help educate a young girl about what she needs to prepare for may be in order. One of the most important things a parent can do is offer reassurance by letting their child know that puberty is something that everyone goes through eventually and that their feelings surrounding it are natural. If you're having trouble starting or continuing the conversation on your own,
there's nothing wrong with them saying, my parents never talked to me about this when I was younger, so I'm struggling with it a little bit, but I want you to know that I would like to talk to you about it, and I'm doing my best.
Perhaps even using some of that sexually pervasive media as a starting point for a conversation.
Children who feel like they can talk to their parents about sex makes them take less risks as they get older.
For WebMD, I'm Damon Maharg.